Here's an example of a problem where we can use the time value of money functions to solve for the indicated quantity. So the keys that are in white on my calculator here, these keys are the time value of money keys. So just to familiarize yourselves with those particular buttons, the FV stands for future value. PMT is the payment amount. We'll see that when we get to annuities. So right now we're not going to be using this button. PV is present value. I/Y is the interest per compounding period. Even though it has a Y in there, it's per compounding period. And N is the number of compounding periods. So before you do a new problem with your time value of money function buttons, you should get in the habit of clearing the time value of money. You don't want things stored in there from one problem to the next because it'll throw your numbers off in that subsequent problem. So notice that above the future value button, the FV button, we've got clear time value of money. That's what the CLR TVM stands for. To access that, we just hit second and clear time value of money, and now nothing is in that particular in the particular values for future value and so on down the line. Okay, so in this particular problem, it says you make an investment where you pay $10,500 now and receive $12,500 in 3 years. What's the nominal rate of interest, convertible monthly, that you earn? All right, so basically this means that we want to know what is the interest per month, and then we'll multiply it by 12 to get the interest that's convertible monthly. So for 3 years, we know that there are going to be 36 compounding periods because it's per month in this case. So we'll type in 36 and put in N. Great, so that tells us we have 36 compounding periods. We also know the present value and the future value. We know that the present value is $10,500 and then the future value is $12,500. Now, in your time value of money functions, it likes to think of money going in, money coming out. So if we have a certain value that's going in for present value, we want to have the negative of that coming out for the future value. We want opposite signs. So usually we'll put in a negative for the present value and I have a positive for the future value, but it can go either way as long as they're opposing signs. If you don't have opposing signs, it gets some it'll give you an error because it likes to think of money in and money out. So our present value is $10,500. We'll make that negative, and it's just the PV button, and it's stored that now as the present value. For future value, we'll put $12,500. Put that for future value. We don't need to put anything in the payment button because we're not doing anything with regular payments. That's annuities. That's a discussion for a later day. What we do want to do is figure out what the interest per year is. Now, don't just hit the button because it'll just want to store this 12.5 that we have in there for the interest per compounding period. What we use instead is the CPT button. We'll hit compute the interest per period. And so this says that the interest per period is 0.48. Now, note that this is an actual, it's a percent. It's not recognized as a decimal. So this is 0.48%. You don't need to convert it to a percentage. It is 0.48%. Now again, it wants the interest convertible monthly. This is interest per month. So to get interest per convertible monthly, I just need to multiply this by 12, and we'll get a 5.8259% interest convertible monthly.